Morning children. As today we are discussing about the class 9 subject physical science laws of motion. In the last class we have seen about that laws of motion. Yes, in that an object is moving continuously, it moves only until an external force acted upon it. A object is which is at rest, it is rest only unless it is any force acted upon it. Yes, in the last class we have seen about the different scientists. As said about that Newton's, Galileo we have seen. Now in this we have seen about that Newton's laws of motion. First law we got it. Every body or every object will remains rest or in state of uniform motion unless the compelled to change its state by an action of the net force. Means a body will be remain in state rest only unless a force acted upon it. Yes, unless a force acted, it will be remain rest only. That is given in the Newton's first law of motion. Yes, that is the Newton's first law of motion saying. What is that? Every object will remain or in a state of uniform motion. Uniform motion. Unless this compared to change. Compared to change. Its state by the action of net force. It's about the Newton's first law of motion, that is every object will be remains or in state of uniform motion unless it's compelled to change its state by an action of net force. Yes, you have seen. This first law explains about what happens if the object is a net force acted upon it. What happens if the object net force acted upon it? Either it will be remain rest or it moves in a straight line with a constant speed. Yes, either it may be rest or it is moving with a constant speed. Yes. Means this year explain on the experiment about the observation motion of a coin. Yes, yesterday you have seen about the observation of the motion of the coin. Yes, placing a paper on this. Yes, placing a paper on a and place a coin on this and place a coin and just to flick it. What will happen after flicking that paper? Yes, the coin will be rest remains there only and it will fall inside the glass. Yes, inside the tumbler. Yesterday you have seen about this one. Means whenever you are flickering that body is here, then the object will be remain in rest position only. Due to the rest position, it will fall inside the coin. Yes, inside the glass tumbler you have seen. Yesterday you have seen about this. What you have observed is the coin will fall inside there. Now, next example, if you have seen about that, observing the motion of the coin hit by a striker, observing. If you are observing that observing the motion of the coins. Motion of the coins. Hit by a striker. Hit by a striker. Hit by a striker. Now you see that children, most of them you are playing with the caroms. Most of them you are playing with the carom. While playing the caroms, what you will do? You will pile the coins. Yes, piling the coins or spread the coins. When you are piling the coins one upon the other, piling means one upon the other, you are placing a coin like this. Your next one coin, then another next coin. Yes, coins are piled one upon the other. You have placed the coins. Yes, whenever you are placing the coins one upon the other, what will happen? What will happen? The coins are piled one upon the other. Yes, you are with a hit with a striker. If you are hit with a striker, what will happen? You hit with a striker, only the bottom coin only will move. Remaining coins will be same as it is in that position only. Remaining coins will be same. Whenever you are hit correctly, then it will move only the bottom coin only. Yes, bottom coin only. Yes. Bottom coin only. You see the diagram in the textbook, it is there. Yes, coins are the piled one upon the other. Yes, a person is playing with the caroms. Here piling. If you hit it, only the bottom coin will be moved. Means from this what you can say here, whenever the bodies, whenever the objects are coins, then it will be in the rest position only. Yes, it won't move. Whenever the external force is acted upon, only that coin only move. Yes, that is about it. This is about the coins we are placing. Now, what are your observations from the above activities? From these two activities, what you are observed? Yes. Here now, where does the coin falls? Yes. Why does the coin falls inside the glass tumbler? Why it is fall in the glass tumbler? Next, why does the stacked carom coins fall down vertically? Means only the bottom coins flat down. Whenever you hit it improperly, it all fall down. Only hit it downward, it flat down properly. Yes, to understand this, what you have to need it? Yes, discuss with your friends and teachers why that is taking place. Yes, now one more example we are going to give about that one. Whenever we are going in the bus, whenever you are going in the bus, yes, whenever you are going in the bus started, yes, you are seated in the bus. Suddenly the bus starts. What will happen? Yes, suddenly the bus starts. You may be fall forward. Means you will fall. This is it remain rest only, but your body is moving fast, fall forward. Why? That is due to the inertia. Due to that inertia of the rest, what happens? It is moving, falling forward, going forward. This is about what? That is the coin will remain same only whenever you are hit it. That is moving down. Yes, we have seen about that. This is due to the static inertia, static motion or static inertia of the body. Due to the static inertia of the body, suddenly starts it's going to fall forward. Yes, children. Static inertia. When the bus which is at rest, when the bus which is at rest, begins to move suddenly. Begins to move suddenly. Suddenly. The person standing standing or sitting, someone is standing in the bus falls, in the bus falls, the bus falls backward. Backwards. Because of static inertia. Static inertia of the body. Inertia of the body. Here see, static inertia when the bus which is at the rest began to move, suddenly the person standing in the bus falls backwards because of the static inertia of the body. Yes, whenever the bus suddenly starts, the bus is moving, the person is going backward. Not only standing, even sitting also the remains same only. Yes, whenever the bus is suddenly starts move forward, means what happens? That he will be fall back. Here he is falling or back bending here. That object will remain rest only. Object means the person will be remain what position? In the rest only. Yes, the person will be remaining in the what? External rest only, unless that external force acted upon it. External force acted. This is called as what? The static inertia. The static inertia is very important. That is static inertia. Similarly, you can traveling in this bus suddenly stop. If the suddenly stops, what will happen? Suddenly stop, you may fall forward. Yes, suddenly stop. You are backward, suddenly stop applying the brake means you may fall forward also. This is also due to what? Dynamic inertia. This is also called a dynamic inertia of the body. Dynamic inertia of the body. You are in that what? Means bus is going on. Bus is going on. You suddenly applying the brake. That is called what? Dynamic inertia. Dynamic inertia. Yes. The body which in motion, the body which is in motion, the body which is in motion always tries to move, always tries to move in the same direction. In the same direction until same until some net force until some net force acts on it. This property, what is called Dynamic inertia. Dynamic inertia. Yes. Now dynamic inertia, the body which is in the motion always tries to move in the same direction until some net force acts on it. This property is called dynamic inertia. Here you have seen that inertia, on what factors does the inertia will be depend? On what factors does the inertia will be depend? Inertia is mass of the body. This will be depend upon what? The mass, depending upon the mass of the body. If you have compared the cycle and car, yes, which one will have more inertia? Either cycle or a car? Yes, the cycle will have less inertia compared to the car. Car will have some more inertia. Now, if you compare with another bus and the car here, means the bus will have more inertia. Inertia will be more. Inertia. Yes, this is about what? Dynamic inertia. Now, inertia, dynamic inertia, you have seen. Just static inertia, dynamic inertia. These examples also you have seen. While playing in the football, yes, a football player, whenever the ball is kept, that is in the rest position, whenever you are hitting, it is moving on. It is going on moving until the force acts, it is going on moving only. Yes, it is. Whenever you are hit, it is going on. Now here, if you have seen about that mass of these bodies, yes, we are comparing with this water to objects, that is cycle and a car. Yes, a cycle and a car. Which one will need the more force? Which one will apply the more force? That has to be, yes, will moving, means if you have seen more force you apply whenever you have more weight is there. Yes, now you are comparing at the cycle and the rickshaw. Yes, whenever you are pushing, the cycle is going on. Whereas car, it has required more amount of force. Whereas if you have hit that football, yes, how it will be? Very lightly, if you hit it, is going on. Means comparing these three, which one will have more inertia? Which one will have more weight? That will have a more inertia. Yes, more inertia will be there. That velocity of the object. Now, these velocities, how they will be dependent. If you are applying a force, how much that is, speed that is going on. Yes, how much that is. How much external force is applied, how much external force you are going to apply, that will be seen. How much external force that will be seen. This property, this property is called as what? Law of inertia. The Newton's first law, saying about that inertia. Newton's first law. Yes, Newton's first law about inertia, it is saying about that inertia. Now what we have seen means in today's class, we have seen about that Newton's first law we have done. What is the Newton's first law says means, every object will remain its rest unless state of motion, unless a compelled to change its state of action or its net force. Yes, we have seen. In this we have seen about the two examples we have seen. You are taking a glass tumbler, placing on that paper and flip it. Yes, the object will be remains rest only. Whenever that will be fall in the tumbler. Yes, this is due to the inertia of rest only. While playing in the caroms, we have seen the next one. While playing in the caroms, we have seen. Yes, whenever you have hit the striker with the coins, when the coins are piled, you have hit it. That bottom coin only that moves. This is due to that inertia. Inertia will be in the two types we have seen about the static inertia and the dynamic inertia we have seen. We have taken an example of the bus. Whenever you are starting at the rest, it is the static inertia. Whenever the bus it is moving on, that moving in a direction, that inertia is called a dynamic inertia we have seen. that is dynamic inertia and static inertia we have seen. These today's class we have seen this. Thank you children. Tomorrow we will see the next class. Okay.
Very good morning children. We are going to discuss about the third chapter, animal tissues, from 9th class biology. Children, in the previous classes already we discussed about the types of animal tissues. Children, animal tissues are classified into how many types? 4 types. What are they? Epithelial tissue. Okay. Second one, connective tissue. Third one, muscular tissue. Fourth one, nervous tissue. Children, already we discussed about epithelial tissue and connective tissue and their types. Okay. So, in the previous class, we already discussed about the story of blood, and the topic is continuous in this class also. Children, what is the blood? Blood is a red color substance. Due to the presence of hemoglobin pigment, blood flows only in the blood vessels. The liquid-like portion which is present in the blood, that is called plasma. Okay, plasma is very important. Okay, it contains no fibers, and blood also very important. It carries oxygen and carbon dioxide in our living organism. Next, the blood cells are classified into 3 types. First one, RBC is nothing but red blood cells. Second one, WBC, white blood cells. Third one, blood platelets. Children, in the previous class already we discussed about the first type, red blood cells are also called as RBC. Children, what we discussed in that class, the red blood cells are also called as erythrocytes. They contain red color pigment, that is nothing but hemoglobin. Okay, and the hemoglobin is responsible to carry oxygen and carbon dioxide gas into the cells. The red blood cells lifespan is 120 days. Okay, so when we are present in our mother womb, the red blood cells are present in the liver and spleen. But when after birth, the red blood cells are present in the bone marrow, and it is continuous to lifelong time. Okay, so the normal adult must contain 5 ml of the blood. 1 ml of the blood contain 5 millions of the red blood cells. So the red blood cells are present in more number when compared to white blood cells. This is about RBC, Nana, and we also discussed about WBC. WBC means white blood cells. In this, hemoglobin pigment is absent. These are also called as leukocytes. Okay, red blood cells are called erythrocytes. White blood cells are called leukocytes. So the white blood cells are very important. What is the function, Nana? When the harmful microorganism is entering into our body, the white blood cells kills the harmful microorganisms. Okay, so when we have a wound in the form of pus, the dead white blood cells are going outside from our body. So the white blood cells are acting like a policeman. Okay, this is about white blood cells. The lifespan of white blood cells is very less when compared to RBC, and the white blood cells are present less in number when compared to red blood cells. Okay children, so now coming to our topic, types of white blood cells. Children, the white blood cells are classified into how many types, Nana? 2 types. First one, granulocytes. Second one, agranulocytes. First one, granulocytes. Second one, agranulocytes. The granulocytes are also classified into 3 types. Already we discussed in the previous class. First one, neutrophils. Second one, eosinophils. Third one, basophils. Neutrophils, neutrophils are very important. It first to attack the harmful microorganism entering into our body and which kill the harmful microorganism. Means the neutrophils sacrifice their life from against harmful microorganism. That's why the neutrophils are also called as microscopic policeman. Very important one mark question. What is the other name of neutrophils? Microscopic policeman. Microscopic policeman. Neutrophils are also called as microscopic policeman. Why? Because when the unwanted microorganism is entering into our body, first neutrophils which attack the harmful microorganism and kill the harmful microorganism and which is eliminated from our body. That's why the neutrophils are also called as microscopic policeman. Okay, so these eosinophils and basophils are also fight against harmful microorganisms and kill them. So the two cells are sacrifice their life against harmful microorganisms. That's why these granulocytes are very important to our life. Next, second one, agranulocytes. Children, the agranulocytes are classified into two types. First one, lymphocytes. Second one, monocytes. Okay children, the agranulocytes, these types of cells are again classified into two types. First one, lymphocytes. Second one, monocytes. Okay, so what is the function of lymphocytes now? Lymphocytes secrete antibodies. Children, already we discussed in the previous class. What is called antibodies now? What is called antibodies? So, weak and dead microorganisms are injected into our body through injection form. So, these weak and dead microorganisms are able to kill our white blood cells. So, then white blood cells are active very much in our body and the white blood cells kills the dead and weak microorganisms. Okay, so what is the main function to active white blood cells? Lymphocytes. Okay, lymphocytes are the cells which secrete antibodies. So these antibodies kills harmful microorganisms which entering into our body. Okay, so what is the function of lymphocytes? Lymphocytes secrete antibodies. These antibodies attack and kills the harmful microorganisms present in our body. Okay, this is the function of lymphocytes. Next, what is the function of monocytes? Monocytes are moving like a amoeba. So how the amoeba will move now? Very slowly. So monocytes are moving like a amoeba. When the harmful microorganism is entering into our body, the monocyte which is moving to the harmful microorganism and attack the harmful microorganism and which kills the harmful microorganisms and engulf into the cells. Okay, what is the function of monocytes now? When the harmful microorganism is entering into our body, these monocytes attack the harmful microorganisms and it is kill the harmful microorganisms. After killing, it is engulf. Engulf means swallowing. Engulf means swallowing. It engulf the harmful microorganisms within the cells. It engulf the harmful microorganisms within the cells. That's why these monocytes are also called as scavengers. Very important one mark question. These monocytes are also called as scavengers. Okay, so this is about agranulocytes. Children, white blood cells are also called as leukocytes. Hemoglobin is absent in the white blood cells. Okay, so the white blood cells kills harmful microorganisms our body from different types of microorganisms. These white blood cells are mainly classified into two types. First one granulocytes, second one agranulocytes. The granulocytes are again classified into three types: neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils. So these granulocytes sacrifice their life against harmful microorganisms and which protect our blood vessels. Here in these three organisms, the neutrophils are the first cells which kills the harmful microorganisms which entering into our body. That's why these neutrophils are also called as microscopic policemen. Next, agranulocytes. These are classified into two types. First one, lymphocytes. Lymphocytes secrete antibodies. Antibodies kills the harmful microorganisms present in our body. Next, monocytes. Monocytes are moving like a amoeba. When the harmful microorganism is entering into our body, these monocytes attack the microorganism and which kills the microorganism. Finally, it is engulf the microorganism within the cells. Engulf means swallowing, which is attacking, killing and swallowing in the cells. That's why these monocytes are also called as scavengers. Okay, Nana? Monocytes are also called as scavengers. This is about second type of blood cells, that is white blood cells. Next, third one is what, Nana? Blood platelets. So the blood platelets are another type of blood cells which contain no nucleus. Which contain no nucleus. Okay, so these are disc-like projections. These are disc-like projections, means hair-like projections. Okay, so blood vessels are the special group of blood cells. They contain no nucleus. They are disc-like projections. What is the function of blood cells? When the blood vessel is injuring, at that time the platelets accumulate the site of injury and which prevent loss of blood from the injury part. Okay, which prevent loss of blood from injury part. Prevent loss of blood from injury part. Okay, and it is responsible for blood clotting. It is responsible for blood clotting in the blood vessels. Okay, it is responsible for blood clotting in the blood vessels. After blood clotting, the infected site which is converted like a wound. Okay, this wound after some days it will converted into normal skin. Okay, Nana? So this is about what? Blood platelets. Very important. The blood platelets are another type of blood cells. They do not have nucleus in their cells. They are disc-like projections. So what is the function of blood platelets? When the blood vessel is injured, at that time the blood platelets accumulate at the site of blood vessels and which prevent loss of blood from the injury part. Okay, means what is the main function? The blood platelets are responsible for blood clotting in the injured place. Okay, and these blood platelets are responsible to clot of blood in the blood vessels. Then the infected site area which is converted into wound. After some days the wound is converted into skin. Okay, Nana? So this is about what? Blood platelets. So platelets are very important. If we met an accident, at that time what happened? The blood is flowing continuously from our body. At that time the platelets accumulate at the site of injury and they are responsible for loss of blood into outside. Means Platelets are responsible for clot of blood in the injured place. So we can prevent loss of blood. Okay, this is the function of blood platelets. This is about what, Nana? Blood cells. About RBC, WBC and the blood platelets. Okay. Hope you understand. Next, the very important topic about blood groups. The very important topic is nothing but blood groups. Children, do you know what is your blood group? Then you go to hospital and take blood test. They will give one sample that indicates about your blood group. Okay, children. A German scientist. What is the name? Karl Landsteiner. Very important, underline. Karl Landsteiner, a German scientist. He discovered about blood groups. Very important. A German scientist, Karl Landsteiner. He discovered about blood groups in the human beings. According to him, the blood groups are classified into mainly 4 types. Okay. First one, blood group A. Second one, blood group B. Third one, blood groups AB, not C. Blood group AB. Next, blood group O. Okay, children. A German scientist Karl Landsteiner, he found different types of blood groups are present in the human beings. He discovered mainly 4 types of blood groups are present in the human beings. The first one, A blood group. Second one, B blood group. Third one, AB blood group. And the fourth one, O blood group. Okay. So, what is the speciality of blood groups? Children, for example, your brother and you both have not same blood group. For example, your mother blood group is O, your father blood group is A. So, you are not getting same blood groups. Means you are getting either your mother blood group, either your father blood group. But both sister and brother do not have same blood group. Okay. So, here what happens, Nana? The AB blood group person, very important. The AB blood group person can receive. The AB blood group person can receive blood from any group, any other group. The AB blood group person can receive blood from any other group. That's why the AB blood group person is called as universal recipients. Very important 2 marks question. Universal recipients. Recipient means acceptor, or it is called as universal acceptors. Acceptor means we can accept from any blood group. See children, the AB blood group person can able to receive blood from any other group, either A, B or O. That's why the AB blood group person is called as universal recipients or universal acceptor. Next, one more point. The O blood group person. The O blood group person can donate other blood group person. Understand children? O blood group person can donate their blood sample to any other person like AB or O. So that's why O blood group person is called as universal donors. Universal donors. Okay, very important 2 marks question. What is called universal? Who are called universal recipients or who are called universal donors? Why? Okay, the people of AB blood group can receive blood from any other person. That's why the AB blood group persons are called as universal acceptors or universal recipients. But the O blood group person can donate the blood to any other group. That's why O blood group person is also called as universal donors. Okay children, this is about the story of blood and the types. In the later classes we will discuss about how we can test our blood sample and how we can find our blood group. Okay, hope you understand this video. Now take your homework. First question. Neutrophils are called as microscopic policemen. Why? Neutrophils are also called as microscopic policemen. Why? Next. Who are called scavengers? Who are called scavengers? Then why? Who are called scavengers? Then why? Next, very important third question. Who are called universal acceptors and universal donors? And why? Children, what is the first very important question? Neutrophils are also called as microscopic policemen. Why? What is the second question? Who are called scavengers and why they are called like a scavenger? Third question, very important 2 marks. Who are called universal acceptors and who are called universal donors? Then why? This is your homework, 3 questions. Please watch videos regularly. If you are not understand one time, then watch once again. If you have any doubt in that videos, you ask in the Zoom meeting. Hope you everyone is understand. Thank you all.